Yeah, so you got good fights coming up in 2024. And one of the good little cards that's coming up, fight cards, is Tszyu against Keith Thurman. And that's a good fight. That's a good fight right there. And the thing is, it was a surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. And hey, that's always good when you get surprised, especially when it's good, solid fighters. And Tszyu and Keith Thurman definitely are good fighters. The thing is, they're fighting at a catch weight at 155. And Tszyu has a belt at 154. And the belt is not on the line. The belt is not on the line. So nothing's on the line in this fight. They're just going to scrap. They're just going to scrap. And the thing is, Keith Thurman haven't fought in like 3 years, close to 3 years. And pretty much, I'm thinking that's probably the reason they're fighting at that 155 catch weight, because Keith Thurman's still trying to probably work his way down to 147. And that's where he, has been pretty much his whole career. And so, he's moving up to 154, to fight like 155, moving up. So, and, that's Tszyu's weight class, 154. So that's right there with Tszyu. And so I think Tszyu wins the fight. I think he won't be discouraged by Keith Thurman's punching power at all. And so I think he's going to walk through it. And, I think he's going to, have Keith Thurman moving. Keith Thurman, he's going to make it close and competitive. But I think Tszyu is just a lot more tougher than Keith Thurman. And I think he's just going to keep at him and, just kind of beat him that way. And, just kind of walk him down and outwork him and, just hit him with great shots and have him moving. And, it's going to be close because Keith Thurman's going to make it close for sure. But, I got Tszyu winning that. And so, and then you have on the co-main on that card, the co-main event, you got Isaac Pitbull Cruz against Romero. You got him against Romero. And, and this is for a belt. This is for Rolly's belt at 140. So that should be a good one. And, it's one of those to where Isaac Pitbull Cruz will be coming up to 140, which I don't think is a big issue because who he's coming up to fight at 140. Rolly solid, and Rolly's going to throw his hands. And, but yeah, I just think Pitbull is a better fighter than Rolly. I just think he's more talented. But, Rolly come and throw his hands. Even though against old man Barroso had Rolly looking different than I've ever seen him as far as this moving. Rolly was really like, I'm like, man, hold on. It kind of looked like almost Rolly kind of running against old dude, even though Barroso throws some thunder. And he showed you in the last fight a couple weeks ago when he stopped old dude. I think first round he stopped him. And Rolly told us, hey, that dude throw hard. And he does. He looked like he about 90 something, but for the most part, hey, he throws hard. And so, yeah, Rolly looked a little different against Barroso, but he ended up, stopping Barroso. It was controversial. Tony Weeks, he been pretty much in some he been stopping fights early. So, I don't know if Tony Weeks traumatized or what. He's been in some bloody fights. And so, but yeah, he's just been stopping it kind of early. And people are like, man, what's going on? And so he definitely stopped it early, that fight, even though I think Rolly was probably gonna, because he had hurt Barroso. And, it's one of those to where and Rolly was starting to kind of unleash and Barroso was kind of allowing it. So I think eventually he probably would have, I think Rolly was going to win the fight. But it was an early stoppage. And, but yeah, Rolly has the belt. He won the belt at 140 with that fight. And so he goes against Pitbull now. Goes against Pitbull, and I think Pitbull comes up there and beat him. I think Pitbull will be a champion at 140. I think he will, and I'd be surprised if Rolly beats him because I think Pitbull is more talented. But hey, Rolly comes to throw his hands, and it's gonna be a solid fight because they both come to throw hands, and especially Pitbull. Pitbull throw hooks all night, 24-hour hooks. I mean, that's what he bringing the whole fight, and so left or right, and so that's gonna be a good fight. And some other fights that you have coming up 2024. You're trying to see what's going on with Spence and Crawford. Are they going to get in the ring? Spence was, saying something about his eye, and I really don't want to hear any excuses. He was like, oh, that's why I was getting hit so many jabs, because, I got cataracts. And, so, I mean, he's finna have cataract surgery. And, hey, I just don't want to hear the excuses. Hey, it could be that's what the situation was, but hey, not trying to hear that, and he admitted, he got beat up, he definitely did. And, so, they have a rematch clause. And I wonder, and the thing is too, why did Spence wait so late? You had your fight in July with Crawford and you just, a couple weeks ago now, so you're getting this surgery. So why so late? That's a little odd, but for the most part, hey, I don't think Crawford wants to wait around. And so, what's up with Crawford and Boots? I heard that he was going to move up. Person from his team, I forgot his name. One of his trainers said that, one of his trainers, Bernie said that pretty much that he was going to move up and fight Tim Tszyu for a belt. And so, hey, we see now that Tim Tszyu is fighting Keith Thurman. So, hey, what's up with Boots? Boots said, hey, come get your belt back. Crawford had a lot to say when they gave the belt to Boots. So, hey, Boots said, come get your belt back. And the thing is, Boots pretty much got his belt the same way as Tim Tszyu. They gave Tim Tszyu Jamel's belt because Jamel went up and fought Canelo. And so they gave Crawford Boots' belt because they were thinking Crawford, hey, he's going to, move up and fight Spence at 154. So, hey, we'll go and get at the Boots because he seemed like he ain't trying to fight Boots. And so, thing is now, Tim Tszyu's fighting Thurman. So, what's up? The excuse is kind of running thin. I don't want to call Crawford like a duck or anything because I think Crawford's definitely, tough and he'll get in there with anybody. But you got something about, when you got the social media and just, it's a lot of pressure. And dudes, even though they'll go in there and look good, seem like they're just scared to get an L. Or go in there with somebody that potentially can give them an L. And so I honestly think that's the case with Boots and Crawford. And we'll see. We'll see since Tim Tszyu's wrapped up. Will he go ahead and fight Boots? Boots said, hey, come get your belt. Come get your belt, man. And so, it's just crazy, too, because a lot of people making a big deal when Boots got his belt the way he got it. They call him email champ and all that because he didn't fight to win. But they don't say anything about Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu didn't fight to win his belt from Jamel. So, hey, it's one of those deals. But, that's how it is, So, but, I hope that fight does happen, and, I definitely want to see it. Two great fighters. And, hey, they should go at it. And so, Jamel, he has I think he got domestic violence situation, where it was kind of disturbing what he did. And I think it was at least, what was a released voicemail or something where he's talking to a friend that was leaked or something. And it was just horrible. So whatever he got going on, some low life type deal, who knows? But for the most part, so it seemed like Jamel gonna be gone. And so, hey, Boots, it should be Crawford Boots. And you got Better BF and Bivol fight is announced, and that's gonna be a nice one. That's gonna be a nice one right there. I mean, man, that's a tough one at 175. Great fight one for 2024. And then you got Tyson Fury and Usyk, good fight, that's coming up. So it's gonna be some nice little fights coming up 2024. I look forward to it, and it's gonna be real nice. And hopefully Tank and Devin can do something. Seem like Saudi Money can't even get Tank in the ring, to fight Devin. I mean, that seemed kind of duckish to me, but we'll see. Hopefully they do it. And hey, appreciate the support.